Good evening, everyone, and here we are on the evening of Mr. Jinx moving into his new BioActive setup. Now, before I go into the video, there's several people that I'd like to thank. The Facebook group Leopard Gecko Advancing Husbandry, they've just been fantastic for support, advice, information. Couldn't have done without it, really. So really grateful for that. So thank you guys there. Also, Josh Holter in the US. Thank you, Josh, for your inspiration in helping me get ideas. And just kind of get creative and wild and put it all together. So Josh has got a company out in the US who he specializes in amphibians and reptiles and bioactive. So he's put his passion into the care and husbandry into his career, and it's thriving. So thank you, Josh, and best wishes. Also, I would like to thank Pierre from the Reptile Craze website for his guidance, his support, information on his website, where I got all the info about these plants. So thank you, Pierre, for that. And lastly, I'd like to thank my family, my friends, for their support and encouragement. And also one more group that I'd like to thank. I've only just recently joined them this week, and it's the Facebook BioActive Leopard Gecko group. So again, extra ideas, information on there, and full support from them. So between all of you, I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for all your support. So I wouldn't have the ideas, wouldn't have this setup. So I'm just really excited about this, and just hope it's going to work. Okay, so I'm just going to. This is now. We are ready for takeoff. So I'm going to open his enclosure. So Mr. Jinx is 5 months old, and I've had him for 3 months, and he's been in quarantine for that period, just to monitor his baby checkups and progress and health, and making sure he's feeding well and shedding well and all the gecko-y stuff that they should be doing. So yeah, I've got my Zen music on in the background. I've got just for show for tonight, I've got some nice lights there, some lava lamps. Okay, so I'm just going to place my camera down for a sec while I get Mr. Jinx out of his quarantine setup. And just bear with me one moment. And ladies and gents, there is Mr. Jinx exploring his new home. And he's currently exploring his humid hide. I'm just going to close this. Just going to pop this back down here for a sec while I closes. Just in case he jumps out, which he has done before. Well, not out of his tank, but out of his, while I was cleaning him out. So he's having a good wander round. Take him a little bit of time to settle in, because there's a whole lot of stuff there to explore. Going into one of his Kool-Aids. He's licking his lips. Is that a good sign? Getting a sense. Figuring out his senses in his new environment. This is just going to be so exciting, him getting used to his new home. Seriously, I'm looking forward. He's looking really well. So pleased about that. He's oh, look, he's over there now. Going into his warm zone. Hanging around his sedge grass. Kind of reminds me of oh, what's the name of the tiger on Jungle Book? Forgotten now. Oh, this is just awesome watching him explore. After all the work I've put into this is just so exciting. He's finally in. Out of that dull, boring quarantine setup which just had paper towel, a few hides, a water dish, a calcium dish, and just a little bit of deco there to just add a bit of colour. But this is just something which I'm sure he's going to love. So he's going behind the grass there. And I can just see his head. There he is. So the conditions in there are perfect for him now. The heat is ambient temperature about 28. Hot spot is about 31 and a half. Cool side is probably about 22, 23. And the humidity is about 50%. I'm just wondering. Yeah, okay, so he has to get himself. That wire really is not in the ideal. I think he's alright, he's tough, he's getting out. I'm gonna have to adjust that wire. He is so majestic. Okay, yeah, you have to kind of crawl around the wire, don't you? You're telling me that I haven't done a great job in securing the wire safely to the enclosure, Tom. So, think I'm gonna fire you. So, I'm gonna leave him now, let him have a little explore. I'm gonna fix those wires with some duct tape. Let him have a wander around, let him have a good old explore, feel a bit more settled. It'll take him a while to get used to the new environment. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll be posting more videos with updates soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Okay, bye now.